I've created a 3 by 3 inch box so that we can talk about hatches. So I'm going to take this selected box. I'm going to go to hatch in the attributes menu. And you can see that it's turned the sort of weird, what they tend like squares, and they call this it's a very strange sort of fill that we've gotten here. The problem with Vectorworks hatches is that they are more architectural and not so much theatrical standards. So when you click below that on the name of the hatch, it'll open the resource manager, and so you'll be able to see different hatches and how different they are. So let's start with this one here that says detail brick hatch fill. We're going to select that one. Now it's changed to something that's okay. What we need to do is to create our own hatches, ones that will actually work for us and are easily accessible. So we're going to modify this hatch. We're going to go to modify. We're going to go to hatch. And then we're going to say new. And this is where you're going to want to make 3 different hatches from small to large, however it makes sense to you. So I'm going to call this hatch 1 small. And the way that you can adjust this is by moving the different components of this around, okay? You can also change the direction. So this is actually like making it into dashed essentially, but you want to keep it maybe all in one line, because what we're talking about are the hatches that we've been discussing in our readings from hand drafting and from this class. And so what you'll want to do is make this small. So you can affect the pen here, and when you're making larger hatches, maybe you want to use a slightly thicker pen. Be careful about going too thick here, because you don't want to turn it into one giant solid fill. You can also adjust some of the angles here. You could say, you can make this all even angles. So I could say 45 degrees, right? And that would work. So here, I'll do 45 here. Right, so now it's a 45-degree angle. Let's make it a 60-degree angle since it already was. Oops. I'm going to edit that. So there's all these different so you can set the offset, right? If I want to make sure that it is 0.5, I can do that. And you know what, as you go, you may find that you need to rename the hatch, because all of a sudden it's a perfect medium hatch, but not a good small hatch. So just realize that will be possible later. Don't overthink it here. Just sort of play with things until it works. So I'm going to say okay. And I now have hatch 1 small. And I'm going to say okay again. Now this one is currently not hatch 1 small, so I don't know what that really necessarily looks like in our 3-inch by 3-inch box. So I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to find the hatch that we just made, which will be here in assignment 4.1. So right here it is. So if I select this hatch by double clicking on it, I can now see the actual size of the hatch.